So we're all busy trying to get stuff done, right? Well, unfortunately, sometimes we're not always getting the right things done. Life coach Deirdre Danahar joining us with some tips on getting the right things done efficiently and effectively. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
I haven't seen you for a long time. Welcome back in.
Well, thank you very much.
So the right things. What are the right things?
Sure. So I first want to differentiate between doing the right thing and getting the right things done.
Okay.
Okay. So doing the right thing is often the shoulds and oughts of this is what your job says that you need to do, this is what somebody else says you need to do, this is what society says you need to do. It's those kind of expectations.
What the man's trying to tell you to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one way of putting it. Getting the right things done is taking the time to put first the things that are going to move you forward.
To the priorities.
To the priorities, and what I would refer to them as your non-negotiable priorities. So these are the things that end up dropping to the very bottom of your to-do list because other things get crowded.
Now, how do you decide what those are?
Well, I would first back up and help people think through what is really motivating you to move forward, right? So why do you have the job that you have? What are you looking to do in the future? Where do you want your family to go? And dig into that. And I call that your big why. Once you understand that, you can step back and say, what are the things that I would be doing, saying, or making progress on in order to get to that big why, so that it's not just an idea, it becomes a reality.
Now, how do you approach folks that think that they should be your top priority, the boss, the other elements out there?
Sure, and there is a balancing act there because there are certain things we have to do, and those aren't bad things. It's making a priority the things that you really want to do. So it may mean that you're not directly approaching your boss. It may mean that you have to say no to other things you might enjoy doing in order to say yes to the things that are going to get you to where you want to go.
Now, how do you start doing this and moving forward?
Well, I would step back and look at how you spend your day and see, is there some place where you're just sort of wasting extra time on Facebook or Pinterest or any of those things that which you all enjoy?
Everything right now. Yes,
right,
yes.
And saying, if I took 20 minutes that I'm spending there and spent it on learning how to cook something new, reading a book that you want to get through, expanding your skills in some sort of way, is that going to be more gratifying to me in the long run? So it's making choices about how you spend your time immediately versus what you want in the long term.
So instead of going on and stalking people on Facebook, you should learn to cook a new meal. All right.
Or whatever's important to you. Yeah, and so if people want more information on that, they can go to my website and download my brand spanking new free report, which I just released.
And what is that website?
It's inmotioncc.com, and there's a button on the left-hand side where people can click it, and they can bring up the report, and they'll get the processes that I use with my clients.
And if folks want to call you or email you, what is that?
601-362-8288 or Deirdre@inmotioncc.com.
All right. As always, Deirdre, I'm glad to have you here.
Wonderful to be here.
The wonderful topics. It actually helps me. I want to stop going online.
No more Pinterest.
No. All right. 821 is your time.